Shalom. I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Bahasham Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to you, brothers, laboring worldwide in truth and sincerity. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. It's your brother Dawada coming at you with another lesson. Lord willing, is edifying. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's what we're seeing. These different signs, these different tokens are being shown that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is visiting the world which he made, right? By way of earthquakes, by way of wildfires, by way of hail, by way of floods, by way of drought, okay? By way of locusts, these different plagues that the Lord has sent out. These things are how the Lord is visiting the world, okay? And as you see, the flood that happened in China, okay? The floods that happened in Western, all right, Europe, all right? This is how Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is visiting the world, okay? And these people are going to get to know the Lord as we have known him, by his judgments, okay? And these things are just going to intensify. They're just going to get worse. Why? Because the Lord said he was going to bring plagues on Egypt as before, matter of fact. And that's what we're seeing. Okay? Let's jump down. You know what? Let's continue to read. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, yeah, those uproars in Haiti, in Cuba, in France, all right? And it ain't just this year, okay? It's been happening over a couple of years because the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, is drawing near. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, the end is made known, all right? You can see it's coming. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs, right? Endings and effects and signs, okay? Now, let's go to 2nd Ezra 15. Because that's what we're witnessing. We're witnessing the plagues of the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Okay? 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. All right. This is 2nd Ezra 15. And I'm going to get to the point. 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 5. It says, behold, saith the Lord. That word behold means look. Look at the things that he's manifesting. Okay? Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So that's why the Lord is bringing the plagues, because the wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. And that's what we're witnessing. All right? Catastrophic floods in China said once in a 1,000-year event. Okay? These things are being brought to pass by Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, because he's starting to visit the world which he made. Okay? And that was hail. Okay, there's a hidden or plague in the UK right now. They just came out of flood. Now it said hail at 32 degrees Celsius. So I looked up what is 32 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit. So it's 89.69.6 degrees Fahrenheit. In other words, it was almost 90 degrees, and the Lord was sending hail. All right, people was at the beach getting pelted with hail. You see, this is an example of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi visiting the world which he made. Why? Because of all the wickedness. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6. It reads, "And thou shalt be visited, see, and thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts," the Lord of armies, "with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire." So the Lord is now visiting, all right, the earth which he made. Okay, why? Because we are at the end of this thing. All things are being made manifest at the end. Matter of fact, yeah, Habakkuk 2, right? All things are being made manifest at the end. It's becoming clearer. Okay, Habakkuk 2 and 3, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak," see, "and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And that's what we're witnessing. We're witnessing Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi making good on his words, vision the earth which he made. This is Isaiah chapter 42, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. "I am the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. That is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, yet before they made manifest, I tell you of them." So the prophets of the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, all right, starting with our apostles, all right, starting with Abba Bivens on down, all right, they have prophesied this word, all right, and these new things are being declared. They're springing forth. You see it in your face. It's not hard to see the judgment of the Lord is being rendered on this place. All right? Even with that C-19. Who's doing it? Where's the Lord of hosts? All right? Let's go back. I got another video I want to play.
Wildfires devastating the West Coast and other parts of the country, from California to New Mexico and Alaska and Minnesota. More than 1,800 square miles of land have been torched thanks to drought. Let's bring in NBC News correspondent Jake Ward, who is in Marquisville, California.
Well, who caused the drought? Okay. Who put these things into action, these different scenarios? Where's the Lord? Matter of fact, real quick. He put these scenarios in action. Sirach, chapter 36, and I'm going to start at 3. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations. Let them see thy power. And that's what you're seeing. Okay? The Lord has his prophets declaring his word. All right, and these strange nations are seeing his power. It says, as thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us. Okay? Let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no power but thou, O Most High. You see? So that's what we're seeing. All right? The Lord is letting these other nations, all right, see his power. It says, new signs, Slakia, show new signs and make other strange wonders. That was a strange wonder. Hell coming down 90 degrees, all right, and you getting pelted with hell on the beach, right? Show new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm. Yeah, who's that? Yahawah, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Because guess what? Through Yahawah, everything was made under the command of Yahawah. All right? So when the Lord's drawing near, he's sending these different plagues, all right, to have his name known. Okay? It says, raise up indignation and pour out wrath, take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. And the Lord is going and destructuring all the things of Babylon the Great. All right, the brother Amwan Abad, I believe, did a video about the floods in Germany, saying, do you remember the blackface? All right, those different blackface that they have, those different festivals. All right, well, the Lord is visiting you, okay, and he's raising up indignation and pouring out his wrath upon these strange nations. All right, now let's continue.
And Jake, you're south of Lake Tahoe there. The Tamarack fire is burning through communities and campgrounds. I hope you're safe with that air quality, because I still see smoke behind you.
Yeah, Lindsay, it is definitely a bleak scene, a moonscape of destruction here in Northern California. You know, and this isn't even the biggest fire.
See, of destruction. The Lord is taking destruction away from Babylon the Great. He's visiting the earth which he made.
Right, there are fires all over it. The last count, there are 79 major fires across the West Coast. In this case, we're looking out across this valley down to a body of water that's been worked all day by helicopters as they try to get a handle on this. This was a fire of just a few hundred acres on Friday, and in a single day, it jumped from that to 6,000. Now it's up over 20,000 acres. And while a lot of this vegetation will come back, there are all the signatures of the destruction you see so often in these fires, including widowmakers like this, trees that have burned from the inside and then collapsed without warning. We've been hearing them fall around us from time to time. And unfortunately, as you can probably see on my jacket here, the wind is kicking up. And that is why, at this point, about 4 million people across the western United States are under a red flag warning because these fires are far from over, Lindsay.
Whoa, 4 million under warning, man. All right, if that's not the Lord of hosts, who's doing it? Okay? It's plain for those who can see, right? Matter of fact, let's go to Sirach Staying in the book of Sirach. Ecclesiasticus chapter 39. And we're going to start at verse 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy. See? As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. And these people can't understand, why is this happening? What's going on? They confounded. All right? But we understand why, because the Lord has revealed his intents and purposes to us. Okay? That's why we have comfort. It says, for the good are good things created from the beginning. So evil things for sinners, you see? So the good things were created for the what? For the good from the beginning. Okay? And in turn, those things that are evil have been created for sinners. It says, the principal things of the whole use of man's life is water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. All these things are for good to the godly, so to the sinners are they turned into evil. You see? It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, when in their fury lay on sore strokes. And the time of destruction, right? They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. You see? They're appeasing the wrath of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, because he's pouring out his wrath. He's very sore displeased with the heathen. Right? It says, fire, see that? Fire and hail, see that? And famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Created by who? Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, setting up different scenarios to bring forth death. Why? Because of the wickedness that has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. We'll play a little bit more and we'll close it out.
Yeah, far from over. You still have a tree smoldering behind your live shot there, Jake. I mean, this fire started 2 weeks ago, and there are still active flames. Do we know how it started?
The federal officials who have jurisdiction over this say that it was, in fact, a lightning strike. You know, the kind of thing.
Whoa. Who casted down lightning, man? All right, it's Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. A lightning strike. That's what he said. That's what they say it is. Well, guess what? That's the Lord of hosts letting you know. He put a signature on that wildfire, man. He said, I did this. He said, my glory will I not give to another. You see? Let's go back.
How it started?
The federal officials who have jurisdiction over this say that it was, in fact, a lightning strike. You know, the kind of thing anywhere. This is a season marked by what's called dry lightning. Very small amounts of rainfall, but a lot of lightning. It touches down and sets off this, you know, record-breaking dry fuel at a time when there is tremendous drought here, record temperatures, and now these big winds. And so we're looking at a naturally caused thing, something that's part of the normal life cycle of...
Yeah, a natural cause thing by Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right, dry lightning. That's the first time I done heard that term. Dry lightning. It's setting these different places in the western United States on fire, a tinderbox. Okay, those are the scenarios that the Lord has set up, all right, to bring down Babylon the Great and these other nations that want to follow after the way of the beast. You see? And it's beautiful, you know, follow after the way of the whore, okay? And we see it playing out because these things are being made manifest at the end. We'll play a little bit more, then we'll get
California's landscape, but it's been
get some scriptures and we'll close it out.
Amplified by climate change in this case, Lindsay.
I mean, Jake, we know it has been a fast start to the wildfire season. We're only mid-July talking about how bleak things are. Talk to us about some of the other fires burning. You know, I know that I think the largest one is in Oregon right now. Are firefighters getting a handle on these massive wildfires?
You know, it is looking across the western United States, right? You mentioned, yes, the Oregon fire, the bootleg fire, which is the first mega fire we have of the season. That's a fire that's over 100,000 acres. We are looking at, scientists tell us, a season like no other. We're going to see probably this kind of fire going on and on. We've spoken to scientists who say that the fuel conditions, the things that make places like this burn, are right now what they should be like in September. That's how dry this environment is. And unfortunately, the scientists also tell us that even though, they're expecting possible rain, a raising of humidity in the air, all of that should, in theory, tamp this down, they see no break in sight for this because of the incredibly dry fuels. We really look across this place, and there's something philosophical we have to grapple with. On the one hand, trees like this, they actually want to burn. This kind of burning allows a tree to come back. As long as these needles are still there at the top, the tree can respirate. And in fact, this kind of landscape requires a certain amount of fire to keep it healthy. The problem is you also have people like someone I spoke to yesterday who was trying to hike the Pacific Crest Trail, got cut off from her route, and is now stranded on foot hundreds of miles from where she parked her car, right? We're talking about human habitation bumping up against the natural fire cycle. And the question is, how are we supposed to balance these two things? Something that happens naturally, in this case, a lightning strike setting off the natural cycle. I mean, Lindsay, some trees can't even reproduce unless they catch fire. So this is natural, and yet we can't live in its path. How will we grapple with that? That's the big...
Whereas the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi to set that scenario up, bring you Babylonians comfortable, all right? And now you're getting to know the Lord as we have known him, right? Psalms chapter 9 and verse 16, it reads, "The Lord is known by the judgment which he executeth." Let's read this again. "The Lord is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the works of his own hand. Higion Selah." So yeah, what you're seeing is the Lord being known by the judgment which he executed. All right, that beautiful lightning strike, all right, that caused that wildfire. Okay, so as they say, encroaching upon the land, as it were, of these Edomites. Okay, you had an Edomite so-called going on a hiking trail, and you're cut off from your vehicle. All right, but guess what? That was the Lord of hosts doing that. Okay, to bring forth his judgment, to let forth his name be declared throughout all the earth. Let's go ahead and close it out, because that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the signs of the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi approaching. Okay, Luke. Let's make this red letter, right? Luke chapter 21 and verse 25. It reads, "See the return of Hamashiach, and there should be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roar." And we're seeing all that, various blood moons, various eclipses, the people in an uproar. All right, these that's what they call them, natural disasters. All right, but we know it's the hand of the Lord. Okay, these various things that the Lord is visiting the earth. It says, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, what? The prophecies, all right, the different tokens, the different signs that the Lord said look for. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. That's a pep talk. Our redemption draweth nigh. All right, that's going to be it for the lesson. Lord willing, it's been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Lord willing, coming at you with another lesson. Till the next time I say, Shalom.